Hello everyone and welcome back. It is now 2022. I'm recording this early, so it's still 2021 when I recorded this. But yeah, it's for the first day back. As you can see, got my hair cut. Can't really see, but the room has been completely gutted and cleaned, as I do every 6 months. And just so you know, I do this. I do clean. I do clean the area that I can get at, like weekly, even sometimes more. It depends, because I do have a litter box beside me here that I have to keep clean every day, because otherwise it would smell in here and there'd be litter everywhere. So I do keep that clean. So that's I do clean. It's just that every 6 months, because the buildup of cat hair, dog hair, dust and everything else, I just have to take everything out and then, just do a full cleaning. I actually washed the carpets that the drum set is on because they were just disgusting. And so yeah, I have to do this every 6 months just to keep my sanity in. Plus it makes me feel good. And then I start rearranging. Now this year I didn't do a lot of rearranging, at least you can't see it, because it's like I moved a shelf that was here to over here. So other than that, yeah, you can't really tell. So unless you really watch my videos and when I do pans around, then you can tell, but otherwise you really can't. So that being said, let's move on. So today's video is just going to be simply, let's talk about what's coming up. I'm at I think this is the start of my 4th year. I think it's the start of my 4th year at this. So I'm kind of excited. Last year was great. We broke the 1,000 subscriber mark in July. That opened up, so many opportunities. I'm now getting paid a little bit. I just got my first check just before the end of the year, and it's not a lot. Let's just say it's not a lot, and just think that it took 4 months to hit the $100 mark to get that check. So there you go. That's roughly how it worked out. And I'm now going to have to look into withholding taxes, because that was a shock to me, but I'll have to deal with that another day. So now, last poll I did for last year was, I asked, do you have any musical intentions for the following year, for 2022? And I was surprised at the response I got, because it was great. I love when you guys respond, and I love when you guys put comments on these. Generally, I make a lot of these videos. I try to make a poll each month or each week on Tuesday at midnight. It gets scheduled to be released. Then I wake up in the morning, and sometimes I have comments, sometimes I don't. Then I have comments. I'm looking at going, what was that all about? Because it'll show up on my phone and on my Fitbit here. So it's like, what's that all about? So then I have to look and go, oh yeah, that's right, I wrote that, because many of these I've written like a month in advance, and so I don't really remember what I put and when I put it. So let's talk about that first. Let's start with the general poll, which was great. Thanks again for responding. I love when you guys converse with me, because it makes me feel a little more connected with you. So let's start with the things. There's really only 2 things that people talked about, which was they want to release music, which is great. If you are releasing something and you release it, keep me posted. I would love to listen to it. Part of the things that I'm doing now is I'm actually using money that I make off of my music and off of the YouTube stuff. Is I do purchase music off Bandcamp now, and so let me know, and I'll add it to my list of followings that I do on Bandcamp, if you have it on Bandcamp. If you don't, then, or if you're streaming or something, let me know. So now there was one person who talked about they haven't released anything. They started 30 years ago, and they have yet to release anything. So this one hits home to me, because my first release was 18 years after we had started it. So I can fully understand, because it's burning in your head, and I get that, because that's what it was doing to me. And let me just tell you, it was such a weight off my shoulders when it was finally out there and it was done. When I could say, it's done, it's out. And it wasn't perfect. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be exactly what you envisioned. But for your own personal sanity, release it. Now, the other thing is chances are you're not going to make a lot of money off of this stuff. And I'm not saying that to be mean. It's just the truth. It's very difficult. There's so much music out there. It's very difficult to get yourself into that market that you're looking for. And there are people who are going to make money off it. So it kind of goes both ways in this case. But, generally you're not going to. So, but either way, for your personal sanity, for your personal, growth, release it. Just release it. Release it as singles. Maybe do a song a month if you have that many. Well, if you've been working on this for 30 years, you probably do. So do a song a month. Do 2 songs a month. Like stagger them if you can, or do a whole album and release it. It'll just be the best thing you ever did. And honestly, it was for me. And I know when my friend asked me to take the recordings that we had started, which were even older, because when we released that, it was 24 years from when we began, that he felt much better. He was like, it's done. It's out of my head now. It's out in the world. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm not sitting there going, I'm not like regretting the fact that I didn't finish this. It's done. It's gone. So that is what I'm telling you. And go do that. That is what I'm going to say for that one. So, and somebody else wants to create, he has a car stereo channel. Excuse me. He has a car stereo channel and he wants to create background beats for it. I think that's awesome. I would love to see more of that. That is really cool. I'm hoping, and then, you could probably, maybe once you do that, then you can release them as royalty free on YouTube or something. And, who knows, maybe you're making a bit of extra notoriety, get people to go to your site. I would love for you to share the site with me, so because I'm not a car stereo guy, but I do have a very old. I don't have a very old stereo, but my car has a CD player and radio, and that's how fancy it gets. I don't have any Bluetooth, USB, or anything like that. It's just, that's all it is. It's very straightforward, and I have considered taking it in and getting a better stereo that I could have like Bluetooth and that. But that's another story. So, and the last one is another person was talking about doing a song of the month, which is something I tried last year, and I got up to July, and then it was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And the biggest reason for me was A, I didn't have any songs written for it, and B, it was getting very difficult because nobody was leaving the house for me to record the drums or anything, and so I couldn't slot time for myself to do that. It was either, oh, you're leaving tonight, and then I was like, well, I just don't have time to set myself up for it. So it was very, it kept going back and forth. So, but once again, keep me posted. I can't wait to hear what you got coming out. And that's another one. So there. So, and then the other side was everybody wants to get better at their instruments. And of course I commend that. I believe in practicing. I believe in getting better. It's all part of being a better musician. It's all part of being just better all around to get better at what you're doing. So, once again, commending that. Now, I was also asked, what am I doing? Well, first off, on a personal level, I need to shed some pounds here. I've gained a lot of weight over the past 2 years due to COVID and the fact that I've been sitting a lot more than I used to. When I worked in the office, I would walk 3 times a day. I would walk for my first break, my lunch, and my second break at my job, and I would walk around. So I was maintaining. I wasn't skinny, but I was maintaining a decent weight. But since I've been home and sitting here, I don't do those things, so I need to get back into that. So that's first off. Secondly, I am putting a moratorium on myself to stop buying gadgets for a while. So I'm looking at about 5 months. So I'm looking to May. So beginning of May, then we'll talk about it. And the biggest reason is that I bought a lot of stuff and I haven't really used it. So now let's just use it and see what we can do with it. I have bought things that I have not gotten yet. So like I have a snare stand that I'm trying out for my electronic drum set at the church, which I will do a review on. I bought that, and I bought some stuff in Canada. We have a Boxing Day, we have a week of sales that come after Christmas, and it's called the Boxing Day week. It's similar to Black Friday, but it's after Christmas, and it's been going on longer than Black Friday has in Canada. Black Friday came into Canada, I can't even tell you, maybe 10 years ago, because retailers in Canada were getting annoyed at people going across the states for Black Friday deals. So that means that they weren't buying in Canada, so they started doing Black Friday as well. Could be longer, but that's how that whole thing started here. And yeah, so I'm putting a moratorium on. That being said, if you are a gear person or gear retailer or something, and you want me to try one of your gears out, something you have, hit me up. I have my email in the about section, and we can talk. And I will gladly, if you're willing to ship it to me and everything else, I will gladly try it and get back to you about how I felt about it and make a video on it. So that's an aside. So I'm trying to personally not spend any of my money on gadgets. So, but that's for the next 5 months. I think I can do it. I have way more crap in here than I need. So another thing I'm going to do, I want to record songs, of course. So I've already on December 23rd, I came up with a verse for a Christmas song already, ironically. So I'm not releasing it until probably early November of this year. So, but I have that already already working on that. I want to write a song for someone else to sing. Now that I'm in the band, the Preacher's Daughter, I want to actually bring some songs to the table for her to sing. So I'm going to see if I can do that. I've never written for somebody else to sing my songs, so I'm going to try that out. That's going to be new for me. Then, now, as you know, I bought the Model 24. Biggest reason I bought it is because I'm hoping to start a side business where I will go out and do I'll do live outdoor shows or wherever, live shows, and I will do the sound for them, and then I can record it as well. So that's kind of my shtick that I'm hoping I can do. We will be doing at some point with the Preacher's Daughter a live off the floor recording with the Model 24, which I will present to everyone so you guys can see how it works. Was it worthy? Did it do what we expected? And yeah, I'm going to keep going with tricks and tips on the DP32, on the Model 24, and whatever else I can come up with that'll be of interest to people to try. So that is this year. Once again, thank you everyone for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. It all means something in the end, and yeah, it's been great. So hope you have a good start to your year. Talk to you later. Bye.
Black and fluffy, black and fluffy.